I tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a lot of episode of This Might Not Go Well. Yeah. Episode 89. We in the building. You already know who it is. It's the host with the most, Brezzy, aka Poppy Sazon.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick Grayson. How y'all doing out there?
Yeah, I would like to issue an apology for last week's episode. I was sounding really creepish. I'm still not going to be loud, but yeah, I ain't going to lie. I didn't even want to promote. Oh, wait, 2 weeks ago, I didn't want to promote that episode because I was like, damn, I was whispering OD. But shout out to X from Failure to Report. That shit was hilarious. But before we get started, please follow us on all social media. This Might Not Go Well. If you have any branded deals, business opportunities, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. All right, weekly check-ins. How you doing this week, brother?
I'm chilling, man. Things at work starting to iron out. A lot of new responsibility, which is why, episode times have been kind of wonky, trying to just get everything in order. But, yeah, man, had some good family time this past week. Been trying to, work is starting to even out with the new responsibilities. The waves is starting to come back. My students kept calling me bald because I took the freeform joints off from No More Jimmy Butler. I don't know. I seen the Usher My Way 25 and I was like, dang, I remember this album. So I had to, get the waves back in honor of the God. But I'm chilling, man. How you feeling?
Good. No problem. No issues. Oh, we released a Patreon extra topic. So go over there. And also a new Light Skin Radio will be posted up once Slick gets done with it. As far as the weekly check-ins, it's been all right. It's been fucking raining as hell this week. Shit been bringing my spirits down low key. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm stepping in puddles. Like, bring back the sun. And I don't like how drastic the weather felt. It was just like 70, 80, and then now we back to the 50s and 40s now.
All this means is we gonna have a real winter. We about to have blizzards and all that shit. So.
What happened to global warming? What happened to that?
This is global warming. We didn't have winter last year. Now we about to get all that shit this year. You see them hurricanes is wilding the fuck out down south on the coast.
Yes. Prayers to everyone who's been affected by Hurricane Irma in Florida. I've seen some of the damage. I've seen some of the HBCUs that got FAMU that got destroyed. Prayers. Speaking of which, I saw a lot of disgusting behavior, by the way. I don't want to give this YouTuber or this content creator clout, but he's been accused of faking content by pretending to save people and is make believe out there, bro. I'm just like, yo, even through our hurricanes, and then there's other rappers over here, Slick, filming music videos during the whole hurricane, bro.
Oh nah. Wilding.
What's with this generation, bro? Where's with this generation, G?
I think it's just the clout, bro. Clout is, like we said, clout is a hell of a drug. I think any attention and publicity is good attention and publicity for some folks. I'm not jacking it, but like you said, thoughts and prayers to all those deeply affected by the hurricane. The storms is not getting any easier. Hurricane season is never pleasant, but as you mentioned, global warming and a lot of other external factors have just contributed to hazardous weather, very, very hazardous. So again, we sending love and light out to those that are deeply affected by these horrific storms. And just be safe, man. Make sure if you hear a storm coming, if you are able to relocate, please do such. If you have to board up, just make sure you have supplies. You got your emergency preparedness items, handy batteries, flashlight, cases of water, external batteries and chargers, whatnot. Be safe. Food, canned goods. Just do what you can to make sure you're safe, and just please don't put yourself in harm's way to go out there for some clout. It's not worth it.
That's a fact. Please don't. And, continue to show support, donate while you can. But also wanted to talk about this last week, but we didn't do an episode last week. But more news came about the PnB Rock, which is just, bro, more and more I hear about this shit, bro. It's just sad, bro. So it turns out, allegedly, a 17-year-old kid was the gunman, and he was aided by his father. Now, I believe the father got arrested. Am I correct?
I think that the father, from what I read, the father was the getaway driver, and the son was the one that ran up on PnB. So I think they're both criminals.
Yes. And also, I just forgot this main point. All y'all owe his girlfriend an apology. And I'm so happy that Slick and I are not from this generation who automatically tweets and just go off of what everybody else talks about and condemn this woman. Because I've seen a lot of people, when that happened, condemn Shorty about her little post, her little story post. And it turns out that they was already in the parking lot when PnB Rock was in there. So they witnessed him long before Shorty posted that. So it did not matter that she posted that in her story. What's crazy about me is the alleged story that, what the cops had given a run through is that the dad seen PnB shining. I think he pulled up in a Rolls Royce with the jewelry on. He alerted his son. He told his son to come here. And also he was with an alleged person as well. And he basically, for long story short, basically kind of forced his son to commit the robbery. And it was sort of like the son came in there, went to PnB and said, hey, give me all your jewelries. Without any further warning, popped him. And I don't know what to say.
It's just scary, like that hood gang mentality, gang culture. Like, I get it. We've touched base on the different videos and content that's come out from, people that live in the area, like people that participate in gang life and gang culture, saying like, yo, you came out here and you didn't check in, had no security. But at the end of the day, this was a father and son looking for a come up. Somebody lost their life, or more people lost their life, because the kid is definitely going to jail for manslaughter.
Yeah, and the stepmom got arrested too. So she was the first one that got arrested. But my whole thing about PnB, bro, it's just more and more I hear about the story and hear about him and how he used to move. I was just like, why today was the day that you came out with the Rolls Royce, you came out with the jewelry with no security on, just you and your shorty? I just don't understand that reason.
Well, if you recall, like, wasn't it like a couple of days, there's a lot of videos circulating that up like weeks leading up to the incident, his untimely passing. He was posting videos. Dude was like, yo, you gotta be careful out here. He's like, nah, I'm good. Like, that mentality of like, nobody's gonna touch me. Like, and this is not to be funny, like anybody can get touched, especially when you going around the wolves, when niggas is starving type shit.
Yeah, you was not even in the nice Roscoe's. You was really in East LA, and where like local people don't even go to that Roscoe's like that.
I'm gonna say, if they don't know you, it's on site. That's scary. Like, nobody could call to confirm who you supposed to be. Like, that's not it.
Yeah, but RIP to PnB Rock, and also RIP to Coolio, man. If you haven't heard, Coolio, legendary, one of the first. I'm not one of the first, but one of the, like, hip hop legends, for real. But he had one of the most popular tracks.
We got to run that. It's Gangsta's Paradise. RIP.
RIP Coolio, man. 59, man. Still young. Apparently it was a heart attack. He was found in his friend's bathroom. Prayers and, sending hell energy to his family and loved ones.
Absolutely.
But let's get to this, man. This is your guy over here, because you stick up for him. You rock the Yeezys.
I have no words. That's just because I'm a fly nigga, but I have no words. There's nothing.
I'll let you have this your segment, Slick. Go ahead.
So essentially, if you haven't heard, during a recent fashion show runway appearance, Kanye West has been walking in fashion shows recently. He wore a White Lives Matter t-shirt, and we know what this is. Like, I'm not even going to go into too much depth. Kanye need attention right now. He's trying to make sure that he's maintaining his argument with Adidas, his fight to, gain creative justice. He's making sure he's staying in the headlines. This definitely was just a clout grab to gain attention and, to keep the media talking about him. But this was just done in such bad taste. And I saw a perfect tweet that summarized. I'm going to just say what I remember about it. But essentially, it was about the same thing. We always forgive Kanye when he does some wild shit. And he keeps getting more and more destructive and pushing things. Because you know what? I guarantee them White Lives Matter t-shirts was made by Balenciaga, one of them high-tier fashion brands. Ain't going to be selling. And it's going to be a lot of motherfuckers wearing that stupid shit. Unfortunately, that's just the culture that we live in. And it's going to cause strife. It's just one of those things where it's like, yo, you can't understand, or it's past the point of trying to understand what somebody is doing. Like, we get it. You want to push. Like, I was just bigging him up for trying to, finally realize that Sway had the answers all those years ago about going independent on and, running his own brand through his vision, not needing these big time companies and corporations to support him. But then you go do some clown shit like this, and it's like, yo, bro, I don't even want to wear my shits right now for fake. I'm gonna wear them shits in the rain, like, because, like, why? Like, what's the purpose? Like, I think the older I'm getting, the more the clown shit becomes like indigestible. Even if it's somebody that you idolize, or you like, even if it's a family member or a friend that you hold in high esteem, like, if you do clown shit, like, for me, that's a turnoff. I'm not going to disregard your genius and whatnot, but this is not it. And the more it's like, we're at the point where every quarter Kanye does something where it's like, yo, what the fuck? And I thought you was doing something just where you were trying to get your money, get your brand to be what you expect it to be, because you didn't like the way Adidas was presenting you. But taking this White Lives Matter shit, and it's not about the slogan. We like, come on, society tells us White Lives Matter every day. You don't have to write it out. But that just was done in such bad taste. What you think, B?
Bro, I'm just trying to get the actual list of the actual saying about how he tried to justify it.
There's no justifying it. That's why I didn't go that deep, because I'm like, at this point,
no, because this is what he says. I wonder what Gigi and Venus' perspective were when I didn't know where my child was on her birthday. Gabby told me that she disagreed with me with that, and she said it was on her group chat. So why did everyone feel so free to attack me about my t-shirt? But Candace Owen was the only public figure to say that it was wrong for the Kardashians to keep me from seeing my daughter. Or we just chime in when we want to tear a black man down for actually having a different political opinion. For our audience so outraged about my t-shirt, where were you? Where was you when I couldn't see my kids? I went public in hopes of public support at that time. What the hell are we supposed to do, Kanye?
We supposed to bully
Kim Are we Kardashian? CPS?
No, but
are we CPS?
You know what's crazy though? I distinctly remember a large vocal community coming at Kim Kardashian saying like, yo, let that man see his kids. That's all he want. Like, what's going on? Like, we were very vocal and like, yo, don't have your kids just around this new nigga you got to break up with in 6 months. And what did she do? Break up with that nigga in 6 months.
Exactly.
And I think
Homie got the initials on his damn body.
That she must have some good pussy. That's a side note. I just feel like you can't twist and make everything lead. Like, every action is not a result of another demon that you're facing. You feel me? Sometimes you just do stupid shit. Sometimes you got to say, hey, look at me. I did something stupid. We know you. Like I said, you use your antics to generate attention. But it's not gonna make us want to support you next time you beef about something real. The amount of support this man got when it came out that he wanted to leave Adidas and wanted to start going. He got so much positive support when things was going wrong with Pete Davidson and he was talking crazy. A lot of us was fucking with him still. Like, yo, bro, I get it. Like, yo, everybody done lost a bad bitch before, and she got with a lame nigga. You really felt it. I get it. I understand it. But it's like, bro, like you said, what can we do about that? And to supersede that, you're tying in a headline that you haven't even addressed publicly in at least 2 months to some bullshit you did 3 days ago. Come on, bro, miss me with that.
And wasn't he off of Candace Owen like a year ago when he felt like he got kind of trapped into the Donald Trump? It's just like, bro. And this is more so about the argument I was having with my good homie Errol. Shout out to Errol. I know he listened to the pod. But we can't keep absolving Kanye because he did an excellent interview not too long ago, which got a lot of good feedback on his intelligence. But we have to keep making sure make sure we know that, yo, this guy has mental health issues. And this guy needs to be able to control these things because he goes out his way to do things. And also on the consumer side is I can feel a product about to get pushed on us again.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's kind of like, bro, are you really making us outrage for the betterment of us trying to be more in tune with the political side and stuff like that, or it's just a marketing tool for you to sell us something new, or to make us transfer into a new venture that you in to make money off of us. Like at this point now, and it's crazy to say, he's those white people that he keeps talking about, a way how he uses us as a marketing tool to get what he wants, to get the money he wants, and to sell things. This shit's sad. I don't support Kanye and his White Lives Matter movement. To be honest with you, I don't even support the Black Lives Matter organization. I support the slogan, but the organization, that shit choppy as hell. But that's a different topic for a lot of time. You want to get to this Jeffrey Dahmer case?
Yeah, the Netflix joint. Yeah, I just watched that shit. That shit wicked, bro. So y'all love I ain't gonna lie, serial killer. What I just found out recently is a podcast about just serial killers and criminal stuff is the number one podcast in the world. So people really love these documentaries and shit this, bro. Well, think about it. These are like, it's not like it's Michael Myers and Jay. Like, it's like literal people who you could be walking past every day doing some grimy, crazy shit. Like, I was just watching the Ted Bundy movie with Shorty, and we was like, I was like, nigga, I need a couple extra minutes before I go pie. We ain't even finish it, but it's different shit. It's weird. I'm not really into that like document. That's my girl's like real focus. But it's like when you watch them, it's like, yo, these niggas was real people. Like, it's not like some, oh nah, this nigga got put into a cult where they started killing people and don't die type shit. Like, this is like, this could be your next door neighbor, or like, you know, shit, this could be your cousin in them. But the Jeffrey Dahmer craze is wild, because when you watch it and you like look up information, it's like, that's,
bro. I read the whole, basically for fake the wiki about how he was doing all these shits, bro.
All going to the gay clubs, putting in the drugs, strangulation, human like lobotomies,
drilling in niggas' heads, pouring acids.
Yeah, to try to make them zombies. Like he tried to simplify their brain, just do basic shit. Nah, bro.
I can't watch those things, bro. And then I was also, what's the clown killer?
Gracie. I know you're talking about.
Bro, I read that shit, bro.
Boy, he's in the Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
Yeah, at the end, right? And then how he was burying mad niggas in his crib, over 33. Bro, nah, bro. I can't.
It's wild, and you know what? At first, I'm normally I could binge watch something in a week. Oh, people gonna laugh, but they know I don't finish it because I'll be getting bored with shows. Like, this shit was so weird. I was watching it just like right before bed. Like, watch an episode here, watch 2 episodes there. But it was tough because I felt like they were humanizing Jeffrey Dahmer, and then I realized this motherfucker actually was alive. Like, he actually felt like some of the shit he was doing was okay, or you know, and it's like, wow, especially as like somebody that works with the special needs community in certain spaces, it's like, damn, he ain't have an IEP or nothing. Like, nobody, his parents left him and shit. Like, it was really, really wild.
But his family did enable, from what I read, his family did enable. Like, his grandma, his father tried to help him, but
they ain't know what they ain't know. He was drinking since he was young. His mother abandoned him, left him in the house. His pops, when his pops, like when he left, his mom's wasn't around. And it's just really crazy too, because it was like, if he was anything but white, he would have never had a chance to kill that many people. And the reason I say that is because if you watch the show and even look back at the police reports, there were people. There was a specific one, I forget her name right now. She called the police numerous times, his next door neighbor, because she heard some of the crazy shit that was going on. Like, she heard people screaming. She heard the power tools. She found the little 14-year-old boy who he had assaulted, murdered, raped, and whatnot. And the police came, and because the boy was an immigrant and she was black, they let Dahmer take the boy back inside. Like, she's still to this, like, trying to get that space turned into a memorial for the victims and shit. Like, the cops that allowed that to happen were given National Officer of the Year awards and shit. Like, it was really filthy.
And not to make a joke, but the cops was trash. How the hell are y'all going to sit here and not investigate? And as soon as he said, "Oh yeah, we're gay lovers," I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Son,
that's the only way you got away with doing shit back in the days.
He was a white, seemingly non-threatening male living in the ghetto. If anything, they wanted to protect him. They was like, this, you know, it's like that. It's that bias. it's unfortunate because it's like, even as black people, we know, like, yo, we want to help our community, but it's like some niggas you be like, oh nah, you did that shit, nah, stay the fuck away from me and mine. No, like they were like, yo, he's a white kid in the ghetto, seeming a little bit off, but they didn't think nothing of it. It wasn't until they went to his apartment and found all that crazy shit. I'm like, yo, the decaying bodies and for the smell going through the building, like nobody thought that shit was weird, but a couple people, like the landlord was barely pulling up on him, like, yo, nah, man, not it.
And then I know a lot of people was not satisfied with the ending and how he just died just like that, but that's what really happened, though.
That's what happens when it's a real person. Like, it's not, you're not gonna go out and no fucking blaze of glory fight type shit. You're not fighting in a ring of fire.
Yeah, because from what I read, he was kind of like, he knew he was gonna die. He was willing to accept whatever way it was gonna come. So when the person hit him, he kind of just accept. And then I think the person who killed him actually said, like, yo, he didn't really do anything. So that was true. So I know a lot of people was hating the ending.
Yeah, no, it was real. Like, if you look it up, the guy said, God told me to do it, and Dahmer did not make a sound. He understood. And that's wild. Like, it's over. So I don't know, man. He was getting them boys in for $50. I was like, yo, what was going on back then? But think about it. He was a predator. He was definitely preying on young gay people. He was offering alcohol, offering a good time. He was offering sex. Think about it. At that time, I read, like, especially like in Milwaukee, like early 90s, like to be undercover, like black and gay, like people didn't tell people their real names. People they had aliases in the clubs and shit. So niggas didn't really know who they was fucking with. So if somebody went missing, it might have been a minute before you really knew, like, oh, my friend Steve is gone. Like, who the fuck is Steve? That nigga's name is Brian. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
nah, that shit. I can't. And then when they do this clown documentary, I'm definitely not watching that.
Nah. Because his little 10 minutes was scary as fuck. His little opening scene in one, I was like, oh nah, this nigga was really about it,
bro. I read the story about him, bro, of how not only he tortured them way worse than Jeffrey Dahmer.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer said, he had like I'm drugging you so you don't feel anything. Gracie,
he made you. He woke you up. He waterboarded you. He stuck different stuff into them alive. He was out. That shit not my steez. So if you don't like my opinion, it's just not my steez. I don't watch shit like that. It's not good for my mental. And you know, I don't know if the family is getting a portion of.
They're not. That's why people wanted them to boycott it. Netflix definitely made this without consult. And it's fucked up because it's like homeboy that played him, Evan Peters, was like, "Yo, I'm not playing." The only reason I agreed to do it is because they're not telling it from Jeffrey Dahmer's perspective. They're telling it from the victim, people that were directly experiencing its perspective, which is like even worse because you're going to try to tell how a family felt about things, but not consult or pay the family members. And I think that's the thing with Netflix. It comes out more and more that like their business is just not as shaky, and they keep raising praise. I'll tell you, they lucky. Every time I'm about to press that cancel button, they drop some fire shit or something I need to watch, or you know, about to start having pirating that shit.
All right, let's move on to the different topic. What do you think about Rihanna performing in the Super Bowl?
I think this was told to me by an older gentleman I work with. When you get the Super Bowl stage, that cements you and your legacy as an artist. We have great artists, but not every artist, think about it, gets to do the Super Bowl. You get Mike, you get Prince, Aerosmith, Beyonce, Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake. These are artists who are legendary. They have time in. You got guys that are coming up. You get Bruno. You get guys that's like you're going to be around for a while. So Rihanna has been a staple in the music game for the last 17 years. I know we haven't gotten an album. The last one was fire. She's a billionaire. It's like, yo.
Not to cut you off, but that's what I'm scared about is, bro, you've been out of the game. Not even just music-wise, but performance-wise for so long, and you just had a kid. So, I would rather her do a little tour, a couple of shows first,
but that
to get her hang of it.
That takes away the novelty. Think about it.
You're right.
Ain't nobody seen Rihanna on stage. Think about it. Think about the halftime show. Even at the games, people be saying, they be like, yeah, niggas don't be in the stage watching half of them shows no more. Like how they used to. Like how it used to be like, oh, it was like prime time. Stop what you're doing. Go to watch Super Bowl. You gotta get the Beyonce one. I know I wasn't excited for the Dr. Dre one until it actually happened. When it happened, it was fire, but there wasn't a lot of hype behind it. I feel like this is Rihanna.
Yeah,
we don't get Rihanna. Like even Beyonce did it she did it twice, right? But Beyonce was like, all right, cool, we fuck with you, B. We gonna watch it. We know it's gonna be some shit that needs to be seen. We gonna watch it whether Rihanna comes up there and freestyles this shit or she got a whole fucking routine. And then it's like on top of that, there's been rumors about the album for the last 5 years, so it's like. She's really
at this point. Tell her to keep it because I'm telling you right now, if it's not the masterpiece of an album, it's going to get criticized heavy. It's like that's why Dr. Dre is not releasing the Chronic no more. It's been.
I don't even think that, bro. I think that Rihanna is de facto bulletproof. She's in that rare space where it's like. As long as she don't come out yodeling on the track, and she might as well, she could probably still do that. But if she comes out with that confidence, like I know I got some fire shit, and if you don't forget, she got the bag. She don't even need the record label. She can go get whoever she wants to be on her project, and people are going to watch it. That's the thing. Like I think about the VMAs, right? Nicki Minaj performed, and I'm not hyped to see Nicki, but it was on, so I watched it, and you saw the way she hasn't really been performing on TV in a while. But she had them white girls and them pop stars. Taylor Swift knew all her lyrics and shit. All she needed, she did one new song. Think about it. That's all you got to do. And what was her routine? She twerked a little bit. She had a couple steps, and then she went off and just did her bars. Rihanna got at least 7-8 records, but she don't got to do but too much. And then she can Run This Town and bring out Jay-Z and Ye.
I ain't gonna lie. That's what I really want to hear because since Jay-Z partnered with the NFL. At first I thought, the 3 billionaires, shout out to Mo for this opinion. I'm not going to try to take his swag, but he was talking about how it would be dope if the 3 billionaires would perform. But now, tell Kanye, keep his ass over there.
He ain't going to be there. What if she brings out Drake for work? What if she brings out...
If she does that, Drake is going to be on her body trying to break her and ASAP up.
Well, shit, but think about the optics, bro. Because I think that what Dr. Dre did with bringing out 50 and Eminem and all of them and Snoop, I think that might be the new precedent for Super Bowl halftime shows. I think that allowing us to really get nostalgic, because it's like, you think about it, most of the time, it was either a legacy act that's had 25, 30 years in the game performing, or somebody that was just on a hell of a hot streak. You feel me? Like, hell of, there's no reason, definitely know their records. So you bring Rihanna out, you give her 1 or 2 of her new records, or a feature, or whatever she got going, and you bring some of her classics out there with some heavy hitters. The ratings are going to go stupid. So I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it. And then I think, like I said, Rihanna, you could put together a 20-song track list of Rihanna, a playlist, and have a great no time. Like the shit just came out yesterday. So,
I agree. Now, speaking of, you mentioned Nicki. That brings me into a lot of conversation with Cardi B now.
Oh, this shit.
Cardi B versus everyone. And Cardi B is not backing down, and I love it. I love the New York energy behind everything Cardi B is doing. She coming out with receipts. She not scared to talk her shit, and she not scared to be petty. 2 weeks ago, last week we were supposed to talk about Cardi B and a lot of Walkbar, whatever. What's the shorty's name?
Akbar 5 or Akbar V, whatever.
Akbar V. And she posted that video of Akbar V sucking that dick. And her man was talking about, she was like, yeah, tell me you love me. Tell me you love me. He was like, nah, eat that dick.
That's the shorty that got the 5 kids by the fake baby daddies, right?
Yes, and don't have no custody of none of them. So I was going to talk about that. But then she started beefing with JT, started beefing with Nicki, started beefing with a lot of Bronx rapper who was on that cypher that Nicki Minaj had.
Oh, the Super Freaky Girl remix?
Yeah. And it's kind of like, I don't even know what's going on. Why we can't get along? Why are the female rappers beefing like that for?
Well, Nicki and Cardi have beef. And it's not, you can't even say like, it's like, you know how we used to always say like Hove and Drake, or like Drake and Kendrick got underlined. Like Nicki and Cardi, like they almost fought at fucking galas and shit, like $1 billion events. And I think that it's just a habit of going back and forth. For some odd reason, they always take shots at each other underlying. I'm not a barb. I'm not a card. Like I said, I like good music. I fuck with whatever the music is good. But they go back and forth all the time. And I think that now it's like, okay, Cardi, I think the argument was that Cardi wasn't putting out no hits. Oh, they trying to send.
What?
That's what they saying. They was trying to say she ain't put out no fire.
Cardi B has a top 10 hit for the last 3 or 4 years.
We gonna talk about streaming a little bit, but I think
but those hits was heard that shit legit everywhere.
You did
from WAP,
but then like hot shit didn't hit like it was supposed to.
Oh yeah, but that was in the same era with Up a little bit.
And I think that what's it called? With Nicki got a number one. Like they really just throw shots. And I think to the fact that Nicki put those girls on the track, now it's kind of like, it's like you picking sides. Like you ride them with Team Cardi or Team Nicki. I was like, damn, we not getting a twerk part 2?
But my thing about it is Nicki Minaj just started doing this. Cardi B, since she has been on that pedestal, has been always reaching out to the younger rappers and putting them on. She just got on the Gorilla shit that we played for the Song of the Week in the last episode. So she's been doing this shit. I feel like Nicki now kind of made a recruitment of just. I mean, that's because now these girls can't really work with Cardi B now. The girls that she had on the freaky stuff, it might look
bad.
Crazy.
It might be bad optics. You're right. I think Nicki has apparently been like this, but it's been behind the scenes. It hasn't been on wax. And even now, Nicki doesn't say too much. It's more so she goes through the back channel. She gets the barb. She gets the retweets, whatever. Like
change her profile to JT when she was beefing with Cardi.
Yeah,
and shout out to Cardi for changing her profile to Remy Ma.
Yeah, so it's kind of like we about to see the hip hop girl civil war, and I don't want that. I think like it's enough room. Like if you don't fuck with somebody, you'll fuck with it. But like right now, it's just all in bad taste. Like fuck it, it's entertaining as onlookers, but let's let the music speak. Shout out to Nicki.
And also, I feel like when they first started beefing, I could see why she was doing the back channels to get her out of here. But Cardi B is cemented in this shit now. She has too many hits. She's been a public figure. She's been doing a lot of shit. She's cemented. So she has a legacy compared to these up and coming female rappers. So Nicki Minaj just have to coexist.
That's the thing. Like I said, you don't gotta like nobody. I think like also too, when Nicki was coming up, remember it was only seemingly room for one female rapper to be like popping on time. So I think when Cardi came up, Nicki might have. And I was saying this is just my theory. Like it might have felt like, oh, I got to defend my title. Like the up and comer is coming. And now, like you look at it, thanks to streaming and being able to put out your own music, you could put out a list of 10 to 15 female rap acts that's hitting. So it's kind of like, damn, it's still like you got that competition, but I think they're still coming from that era of like, yo, I had the spot, then they tried to give you the spot, but I want the spot back. Like, now you're not getting number ones. I just had I had a couple number ones my last couple drops. It's competitive, but let's keep it in the sport. Let's not make it let's not make it catty.
I definitely agree. Yeah, and it's just hopefully nothing goes on to that. Yeah, but I'm supporting Cardi B and Nicki. They both been releasing some good tracks lately. So, but who I want to talk about?
You're a nasty nigga.
Speaking of women, though,
we could have skipped this.
Rachel Dolezal OnlyFans. Have you got a chance to see them shits, my guy?
No, nigga, I seen that shit. That's just not beside the point. But that's beside the point.
Nah, she might be really black.
Well, you ain't never seen a thick white girl before. I mean, it's not even like it's super duper nice. Let's just be real.
For her age?
Let's just call it what it is. We support sex workers. Like, yo, do your thing. Get your times is hard. Inflation is a motherfucker. I'm saying $400 groceries is $750 right now. So Rachel, do what you got to do. Get your money, honey. I'm not mad at you.
Especially when you got canceled by the whole public for faking and being black.
That's because that bitch was.
Which is kind of crazy though, because you don't really hear a lot of people pretending to be black to partake in the struggle.
You know how much more popular she would have been if she would have just stayed white and did what she was doing. That's
Come
the
on
wildest
now.
part. Like, you set yourself back for what reason? Like, you played the game real backwards. If you would have just chose to be a white woman that identified with the black community, you'd have been A-okay. You didn't have to do the little skin tanning, whatever the fuck you was doing, that fake natural shit you was doing. You could have legitimately just been white and helped out a bunch of Negroes and black folk and those that needed help. And I guarantee, man, your pockets would have been fat. You wouldn't even have to show that cat online.
And now she's showing everything. I saw, because I saw Rachel Dolezal trended on Twitter. I'm like, I thought she's old news. Nobody really talks about her no more. It is what it is. I clicked on that hashtag, bruh. Old mama was busting it open, and I'm like, Rachel.
Yo, time out. I know it's not on the doc. You seen Krishan Rock, Blueface ex-girlfriend now, drop the Asian? I was like, yo, what is happening? Why is everybody naked on the internet?
Bruh, she posted it.
She posted it on her story, and it was fine with it. Like, she went on live, but after I was like, what the fuck what is happening?
I don't understand what type of hold Blueface got on this girl, but she got the man face tatted on her neck.
I think he's just I think he's just like that. She's young. She's just turning 22. She was an athlete in school, and from what I remember, like when athletes used to have a chance to party and be regular folk for a little while, they went hard. I think Blueface provided for her, and she liked that. She didn't have to really go out. She could go do her hobbies. She can take on this music. She could do a lot of shit that if she wasn't with somebody with his access and his clout, she wouldn't be able to do. I think she just didn't want to lose that. I don't think it necessarily was him. She probably associated it with him. Like he's the reason she got there. I'm like, Mama, you good now? Like, people know your name. And I don't know, after I seen that elite tag shit, I'm like, you better stop playing. The Giants need a quarterback or something. You can go.
And she got hands, so she could do MMA for fake. I ain't gonna hold you. I saw her 2-piece Blueface mama up. You feel me? So
that's the thing, though. I'm just like, I pray that, like, I saw this was another tweet I seen the other day, and it was like, yo, when she gets into her 25, 28 adult woman body and look back at the foolishness, she gonna regret it. And I'm like, sometimes you got to go through the bullshit, though, and that's going to put you in a position to be even better, even though this is some tough bullshit.
I agree with you 100% on that. But it's a certain level of bullshit that you don't have to go through, mama.
But
this man openly has other women.
Did he have a baby on her or something like that? He had a baby with his baby moms on her or some shit like that?
Yeah.
But I'm like, and it's fucked up to say.
And she just kind of broke up with him. She just kind of broke up with him like 2 days ago when he was out, when a lot of IG girl was showing him on her story, and they just showed him after having sex. But then the next day, I'm never leaving him. I'm like, baby girl, we can't do nothing for you no more. We're gonna let you fall on your own now.
But that's the thing, you gotta grow. Like, everybody has, even if it's not the most toxic, everybody has a toxic relationship or a toxic period in their relationship where it's like, yo, you should have left, or you do stupid shit that you didn't have to take. But you know what? Sometimes, most of the time, you learn from it, and hopefully there's a small percentage of people that never learn from it and just stay in the cycle or never grow. We hope that she doesn't fall into that group.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's do the baby topic before we get to this Kendrick Lamar topic.
I was about to say, we could sit on the Kendrick. I mean, we could cover it for quickly.
Oh yeah. Do you think the baby topic is going to be very short lived? Do you think the baby is blackballed? No. Do you think his musically he fell off?
I think
yes. And his actions has a reason for why he's not selling the way he is. Yes.
I'm gonna take it a step further. He was falling off before this. I think that he plateaued, and you know what it was? The creativity and coming out of left field commercially for a lot of people is what we really fucked with, until we realized he followed the same recipe. He might have added some salt this time. He might have added some paprika another time. He might have had a sauce on it another time, but it was the same recipe. And it wasn't much, what's the word? It wasn't much artistry in his music. He was creative as fuck with the visuals. I give you that. That's what really kept you coming back. But it was like, he had a hell of an 18 months.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, my boy.
He was on top of the world. He had a number one hit with Rockstar. I think he had a top 10 hit with Post Malone.
He had a couple number ones. Had a couple top 5 albums. He was on Billboard. He's Billboard, baby. He was doing what needed to be done. Like, he capitalized on his run, but them shits all sounded the same after a while.
You don't think after going across state and state, knocking not only niggas but girls out, that once your music decline, you think niggas going to be able to pick you up?
And not even that. You showed you was a shitty person. You done. Danny Lay
done made my girl Danny
wasn't the
Lay
smartest.
look like a oldie.
She didn't read the signs. I get it. You came up on that for a second, but then you played her out. You went against the LGBTQ community for unnecessary reasons. At the time when Tory Lanez was at his most do not touch, you pulled that nigga out.
Wait, hold on. You were so right about no reason. Nigga really was on the Rolling Loud stage talking about to niggas who sucking dick in the parking lot. Like, where the hell was your mind at?
That's the thing. Like, it's like, yo, you had no reason to be upset. Like, there's one of them call you cute and you ain't like it. You had to put your gangster on real quick. I don't get it. Was you the one getting your dick sucked in the parking lot and you felt the way? Like, I don't understand that. But you picked the wrong day, especially in this day and age when all festivals are streamed, so everybody saw it in real time. Like, it was a rumor. It was like, no, nigga, you said this verbatim.
That's a fact.
But and then like you compound that by. Like, when shit was calming down for you, instead of just putting out a song or something, or a good song, you gonna talk about, you was fucking Megan Thee Stallion. Like, we knew y'all had chemistry. Like I said, it don't take much to tell if somebody who either was fucking or thought about fucking each other. You just gotta take a good look. We pretty much could have figured that out. But you gonna use that to move records. Come on, my nigga. Whether it happened or not, we know we seen the chemistry, but come on, bro. You're doing it to yourself at this point.
And it's sad, bro, because that was the last card that you wanted to play to revive your career.
Last bullet in the chamber. You could have called in a favor. I know somebody owe you a verse. You could have.
And the thing about it is, you robbed us off of potential collaboration off of you and Meg, because I feel like y'all make great music. Y'all could potentially do an EP in the future if y'all was still cool. But now, if I was her, you would never see me again.
I'm about to say, I hope you filmed it if you did hit it. Yes, that's the most clout you got left. You better drop the tape.
That's a fact.
Take the revenge porn charge, my nigga, because you're done. You're done.
All right, now let's get into this huge debate we had pre-production.
I'm not even mad about it anymore. Huh? I'm not even mad about it. Well, let's talk about the Hip Hop Awards was last night. How you feel about Carisha Please tying with Drink Champs for best hip hop podcast? What you think?
I do support women in podcasts. I feel like women in podcasts doesn't really get a lot of recognition. Like that.
Fuck the PC shit. The shit has 3 episodes. And you gonna say, I'm sorry, I hear what you're saying, but no, we're not gonna butter this up. I fuck with Carisha Please. What is it done?
Hey, I'm usually tell me I hate black women. You
can hate black women when the stats actually support it. There was no stats. For you to say that it's up there and it beats Versus and all these other platforms.
$1 million worth of games who had legendary interviews this past year.
$1 million worth of game drops gems every week. I'm not going. I watch Carisha Please when I want some mindless shit to come on. I want to laugh. Like, yo, she got Diddy out here saying we go together. Cool. You got Megan.
I ain't gonna hold you. She got the best first 3 episodes of the year. Like, her episodes, the Kevin Gates, the Diddy episode went crazy.
Never watched the Kevin Gates episode. Diddy episode, I seen the quotables. I watched the Meg episode because I do got a thing for Aquariuses, and all they did was talking about fucking each other and how they did that half gay shit that Aquarius girls do, which could be annoying at times.
It has a lot of numbers behind it
because it's Meg and Carisha. It makes sense, but think about content and quality of content. She just dropped a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, bro. You gonna say that for a year's worth of content, she's automatically tying with Drink Champs that every week or every drop is some crazy shit and got people like Issa Rae, Dave Chappelle, Chris Brown, fucking Kevin Hart, like 3 hours worth of
Irv Gotti,
Ja, like quotables every week. Even we never talk about Carisha Please on this platform outside of the Diddy episode. Think about that. And what's another claim to fame that, you get to see if girls spit or swallow? That's I like it. I ain't gonna front. That's some fun shit to hear. But it's also like, yo, what is this lending to? What are we learning about these artists? How is this contributing to the culture? It's just another facet on, that's Diddy girl. We got you. Come on. I like Carisha. She's doing a hell of a job. Maybe next year give it to her. But that was not, like, for all the content that's out right now, that was not supposed to happen. And I'm sorry if y'all feel like I'm attacking that young lady. I'm not. I'm calling a spade a spade. Like, this might not go well. You might not like it. Slick don't normally go there for the shit like this. That was not done well.
I appreciate you taking this there, because I thinking the same thing, but I won't say it.
No, because I'm like, I get it. It's definitely entertainment, but it doesn't move the needle. Even the quotables, bro. Like, what is it? Oh, Lotto says she swallow. I love you, Lotto, by the way, for saying that. Thank you. But that's cool. Like, you know, Mara and Meg, oh, yes.
What about Real Bad? What we is?
That shit lasted a week. I don't even think my girl even said that to me. Like, she said it to me once, and that was it. Like, that's how I know the shit didn't go well. Like,
your girl never said Real Bad.
She said it once. It was around, but you know, some shit. She's had better quotables on songs. That's what I'm saying. Like, give it to them next year when it's like you have a chance to see if the platform is continuing to grow. Congratulations on winning it. That was nepotism. That was all right. You fucking did. He worked with us too. We good. You feel me?
He's a sponsor of the show.
Yes. If you see DeLeon or Diddy Juice out there, she probably gonna win something. Sorry, my fault.
All right.
That wasn't even an argument that we had, but I saw you capping, and I was like, I'm at a point where I'm trying not to stand for the bullshit.
I
support them too when the support is warranted. Yes, it's an entertaining ass show, but that was like, come on. If anybody can argue with me, well, how it should have been, how it beat $1 million worth of game, and how it tied with Drink Champs, please come on the episode, come on the show next week, please.
You're right. I'm not even gonna argue with that. What I am gonna argue is Kendrick Lamar winning on them goddamn awards last night. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I think Kendrick Lamar has a top 10 album of the year? Yes. Do I think the album is great and it speaks on a lot of things? Yes. Now, this is the argument that me and Slick had pre-production. And my take is, I feel like Kendrick Lamar, and no disrespect, is a hip-hop darling. And what I mean by hip-hop darling is he's a safe bet to not get no backlash by awarding him. Not saying his work doesn't deserve it, because his works do deserve to be acknowledged and get awards. But I say for most of the time, if an award place don't want to face backlash from the hip-hop community about their selection, and I'm gonna even take it a step. I feel like Grammys, you're gonna see this next year. It's always a safe bet to give Kendrick Lamar, because you would not get any pushback from the hip hop community if you make him the winner. And Slick disagrees with me, so I let Slick give his take.
You said pushback from if Drake got it?
No pushback if no pushback if someone else got it. You know, not Drake, because in the album Drake selection of last night, I don't think Drake should have won some of the. He did win 3, but I'm not advocating that Drake should have won those awards in those categories like that.
No, I think like
I'm a Drake stan.
Yeah, if it comes to like lyricism, album, shit like that, I feel like the thing with Kendrick is the subject matter, and I think it doesn't have. We will agree that it doesn't have the replay value of some of his contemporaries, of the Coles, of the Drakes, to a lesser extent the Wale's, the Big Sean's, all of his contemporary group. Even when like people like Kanye and Hope drop, even though like their stuff has been a little more dense in recent years as well too. I think that I can argue for Kendrick winning those awards because that album, even like I said, with the Sans like mainstream replay value, Kendrick was talking about real shit in a space that a lot of people, not people like our immediate group of friends, they partake in therapy, but he was touching on traumas in the Black community that you don't ever really hear a top tier artist hit on. We hear the shit, but we hear the songs about love. We hear the songs about, and I'm saying top tier. I see your face. I'm saying top tier. You know I love the Lute album, but Lute is not an artist that I'm going to hear outside. His drops aren't moving, the airwaves. Niggas was like, oh, Lute coming. I was excited. When Cole, Drake, Kendrick, Hov, Ye, when they drop, people listen. And you got people's attention, even if it is for just a week. That Kendrick album took that attention and had a lot of people looking inside themselves about shit that they deal with, that they go through, daddy issues, not understanding the LGBTQ community, understanding, asking for forgiveness, telling your girl you cheated, and like, yo, babe, you gotta deal with this. Fucking, we cry together. I was skeptical of it at first, but when you hear it, it's like, and then you get in a position where you are mad at your partner, and y'all have a toxic moment. It's like, oh shit, I get what I ain't never gonna say all the shit you said, but I understand why you said it. And to say it in a poetic and lyrical way where it's like, yo, this nigga spitting, but I get it. You gotta give it to him. And if not him and not Drake, then who? Who was supposed to win last night?
J. Cole.
what it calls.
Okay,
What was called?
So you know what? I'm gonna be more lenient because I think we had a more heated conversation.
We definitely did.
Production.
We did.
We should have recorded that.
We should.
Because now I'm kind of calm now.
I was like I say, I don't care anymore. We could have had it again next week, or we could have recorded it for Patreon. Yeah. We could do a Patreon. We really dive deep into it.
Yeah, I give him lyricist.
Okay.
I give him album.
Okay.
I'm not giving him artist.
He won artist.
You're not going to tell me you released one album for that whole year and you hip hop artist of the year.
Who was he up against?
J. Cole. Oh no, well he was up against. I don't like the people that he was up against.
I'm about to say, but that's the thing.
Meg Thee Stallion, Kanye West, Future, Drake, Doja Cat, and Cardi B. I would have changed that list.
But
put
that
J.
was
Cole up there.
But everybody up there was, I guess, for lack of a better word, they was killing too this year. But I will say,
and they released more. They released a project, and they was featured on more stuff. He was only featured on the Baby King stuff, and that was it.
But the record, but the quality of what he did, and he was featured. That Baby King record went up. It still go up.
I hate that record.
Jumping out, man, on that part.
To be honest with you, if Drake doesn't get it, because he released a pop album, so I understand if you don't give him hip hop artists. Future released an album which was great. And he's also been doing nonstop features on that. What I mean by hip hop artist of the year is you can't give Kendrick Lamar that. He's only released the album and one song, while Future not only been on up and coming artists, but acclaimed artists, and he released the project.
That Future album was one of them ones.
So how he does not win the artist of the year? This is what I'm talking about over here. But the director. He wins best hip hop video.
K95?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that video was tough. You wildin'. That video was fire.
Family Ties? No.
Oh, Family Ties? Family Ties video was tough too. So either one, if it's
he didn't have Kawhi Leonard dancing in that shit. Even though I'm not advocating for Way Too Sexy to win, but
I'm like Way Too Sexy was more like shock appeal because Drake knows how to make a song that's like you might be apprehensive about and make you like it. The video makes you like the song. Shorty don't like Drake, but she definitely liked the video to Way Too Sexy. You feel me? And
then best live performer, even though I know I'll give it to him just because the concert's been Tyler the Creator.
Oh yeah, I saw both of them this year, and when I tell you,
I'll give that to Tyler.
You know what it is though? For BET purposes, you will know more of Kanye's set list than you would Tyler's. I think that the appeal of Tyler is that even if you're a new fan, you could get with the energy. But Kendrick, the stage setup, and then he's mixing in the new shit with the classic shit. It's a lot more palpable. So I can give it to you in that respect. That respect of you saying like, okay, the hip hop darling, I'll give you that for that. But I was at both shows, and I felt an out of body experience at the Kendrick show. Tyler show had me hyped, but
now video director of the year,
the videos that he put out were fucking amazing.
Now you see, this is what gets me upset.
What?
How he gets that over Cole Bennett? You probably don't know Cole. I
know Cole Bennett, because he has a
Lyrical Lemonade.
Yeah, he has great videos.
You're going to tell me,
all right? So you said
Kendrick Lamar's videos had done anything better than Lyrical Lemonade? What I will
ask. Quality over quantity.
Quality.
So what are the top 3 to 5 Lyrical Lemonade videos from this past year?
Okay, hold on. Let's go.
Take it up.
Let's
take
go,
a look.
right?
And why you? Because I'm gonna say
you can talk.
I'll talk about the Kendrick because the KN95
he only has
video.
2. He has that. Where he was shipping faces and stuff.
Oh, so he has
been
4.
Done before. Michael Jackson did it first.
He did do it first, but then the way he did it and with the people he brought into it with the deepfake, fire. KN95 video, fire. Family Ties video, fire.
You just want one video?
Yeah.
Central C, Doja. That's a Lyrical Lemonade.
I just heard that song for the first
time.
How
can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
I think all 4 Kendrick songs are better than that.
Talking about video wise,
I didn't see the video. So
then you had the Naughty What Happened to Virgil, and if you wanted to go underground, this is what I'm talking about. The range of Cole Bennett. He has the top artists. He has Little Durk. What Happened to Virgil? Now, if you want to go to underground, I know you're not familiar. You're familiar with this artist, but you don't really listen to him. You have Yeet. And if you want to talk about numbers, Yeet numbers over the last year or two has been up there.
I'll give you that.
He has a Justin Bieber. He has a Baby Tron. He has the Norda Wick who want the smoke.
Well, I will say what I will say,
Lil Yachty, and all these songs.
Well, let me ask you something. When the videos dropped, did they stop the internet for moments?
For a day, Norda Wick
stopped
got over 152 million.
Yeah, because of the song is fire. I'm saying fire song. You gonna watch the video? YouTube Premium a different beast. Thanks for putting me on, by the way. YouTube Premium, I'm gonna watch all them shits. But I'm saying, when the videos drop, that's that quality of quantity, the shit stopped. Like when niggas was breaking down video scene by scene type shit, trying to figure out mixed message. That's why only reason I could see Kendrick getting it. But I get what you're saying. The quality of Cole Bennett videos and the consistency for different sounding artists.
The numbers behind it.
But like I said,
he has over 1 billion in this year alone.
That's fine.
Over 1 billion.
Congratulations to him. He probably wasn't even tricked. He's not losing sleep over losing that fucking award. He ain't Cole Bennett white. Cole Bennett
he's stamping Chicago.
Cole Bennett is getting his money. He don't give a fuck about and that's the thing. It's the hip hop awards. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, at this point, I don't give a fuck about no awards unless I'm giving them out myself. Or I'm receiving it from my peers. And I'm saying,
what I would give Hip Hop Awards a good credit by letting Earth Gang win Best Duo Group. I was surprised that they was gonna win.
Yeah, no, like I said, sometimes they get it right, or sometimes they give accolades where it's required. And I think I watched BET Awards for the performances. I don't give a fuck who wins no more. I saw Big Glow. I'm G to the L to the O, to the O,
Big Glow.
And I was like, look at you.
I love her, bro. Let's give appreciation to Gorilla. She came up in about 8 months and stole everybody's heart. Like, not only the women is rocking with her, the niggas is rocking with her, bro. I can, like, you know how sometimes when you fuck with a female rapper that you can't really play her music like that. Niggas do not care, bro. You can play a Gorilla track with your niggas, and all your boys is gonna rap this shit.
Singing that shit out loud. I might be rich as fuck tomorrow. That shit.
He got 99 problems, but
I don't know though. I don't know. I saw another tweet. I see, look, it's how you know I've been on social media this week because life is getting a little easier. Shit, starting to figure out, catch my stride. So niggas was like, oh, when she was fuck nigga free, I was outside. But when she said she sent a nigga 5 attachments, where y'all at? Where y'all at?
Oh, that's a fact.
Matter of fact,
that's the fact.
Where you at, babe? I ain't
where
get no 5 attachments.
My 5 attachment at, bitch?
I ain't getting no 5 attachments. I ain't the shit. Not near one.
All these little girls, but the biggest one is me. Nah, she got it. I can't wait for her to drop her EP. I'm supporting her.
I'm to the point. Yeah, I'm to the point now where like I'm about to be on. This might be expensive. This might not go well. So don't hold me to this. I might start, buying the actual album, a little digital album to support an artist. Get an actual sale as opposed to me just streaming this shit.
Lorenzo already caught me for a couple of money for his.
I just seen already. He's on he did a EYL Earn Your Leisure. They did a joint. They did an episode with him talking about how he just put out a way to sell his album. Like that's really unique. So shout out to
and depending on how much money you put in, you could get a percentage of it. And yeah, it's dope way. You can pay up to $1,000 for his album, but you can pay up to $1 or $2. So I'd be supporting him. I put my little $15 down for him for his albums.
That's fire. Shout out to Lil Russell.
But let's get to our song of the week. If you are listening to this on YouTube, please exit out and go to your favorite streaming platforms, whether that is Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, whatever your favorite streaming platform, and listen to us. And you can also go to the Apple Music playlist to listen to our song of the week.
Go.
All right, that was one take. Jag, baby boy, go stream his new album, Compton Globetrotter. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for the people's choice, the people's favorite. Slick, drop it.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, fuck is you talking about? We have fun over here. It's very fun here.
And it's fun indeed. Welcome to TSA, the Toxic Service Announcement. And we got 2 toxic topics for you guys. Like we mentioned earlier in this episode, we have one on our Patreon and also Light Skin Radio. So go check that out for a cup of coffee. But this week, man, the women is on one, bro. I don't know if you're familiar with this TikTok sound that's been going on TikTok. You know how we talked about the Kevin Gates, that bitch bend over, stand up on your toes, knock your knees back, bitch. Well, women have taken the initiative to take that sound and use it to showcase their Guac Guac 3000 skills. If you don't mind, Slick, play the video.
My bitch bend over, stand up on your toes. Lock it in back, baby, breathe through your nose. I say bitch bend over, stand up on your toes. Lock your knees back, baby, breathe through your nose. Slow, 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 slow. My bitch bend over.
If you're not familiar, that was not us making any sounds. That was, if you heard lip smacking, someone's snow was getting snatched. And I wanted to bring this conversation up with you is, what the fuck is going on with this generation? I love it, by the way. But
my perverted side was like, what the oh shit. But then my like human decency side was like, what the fuck?
And there's plenty of more sounds of more. I gave you the playable one that we could play on the episode. I give you the ones that they was really wild.
Oh no, yeah, send those afterwards though. Send those afterwards. I might be home alone for a little while tomorrow.
Granted, I love to see that, you know, girls are really working on their Guac Guac 3000, but I really want to showcase that to the world this way.
It's cloudy, bro. It's clout. It's like, I don't know, bro. I don't. Look, we talk shit on the podcast, but it's our shit. The niggas, the people that listen to it, like, y'all know us. I know how we get down. And for the people that are being introduced to us via the podcast, it's cool. This is like only like 60% of us in real life. In real life, we're really upstanding guys. So when we talk crazy, it's like, yo, we comfortable. We fuck with y'all. But that's different. Like, that could just pop up on your feed. At first, I thought it was going to be a video. I thought it was going to play it. And I listened really closely. And I was like, oh, shit, she's sucking dick.
And I would like to tell you that was the most appropriate one out of all of them. Some of them, when you had the boy yelling in the background, like, yo, real snow snatcher type shit, bro. And I'm over here listening to this shit like, oh, now if your shorty put a TikTok like that out there, what you would say?
She's not going to do that. I'm going to punch her in her face. You can come on the pod and talk shit. You know, you could talk shit in your group chats or whatever, but nah, like that's unwanted attention. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't even put my face on this podcast for real because I don't want unwanted attention. So I'm like, bitch, you better not put no your guackity guac sounds out there. I don't want, nah. If you was lucky enough to have her before I got her, congratulations. You better use your memory banks. Other than that, you better pretend. That's it. No, not happening.
And you know, and also, you know what, also that's like kind of, you know, not to bring this on a serious topic type of way, is also like, then some women gonna be surprised when niggas only hit them up to try to smash.
That's another part too, because it's like, it's all fantasy. Like, you feel me? If you really buy into like some of the shit, the trends and shit that's pushed out there, it's like you getting pushed to sell a fantasy. And then, as we've already established, a lot of people don't want to fulfill those roles that their actions are equating them with. So let's just, you know, if you're not about that life, just play it safe. Just relax.
And also, that's like, also, you're not even telling the real truth behind it. Yeah, you gave that nigga guac guac one time during that time, but you don't talk about the headache like, you gave that nigga.
I'm about to say, especially if that you get the guac guac when it's either you got like a fresh cut or you did something really, some shit that she just wasn't prepared for, or she fucked up and she know she ain't gonna say sorry, but she gonna apologize with all hands and mouth and oral fixations.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm looking at some of them, you know. It's like, my thing about it is like, yo, there's no more imagination anymore. Like, you know, pre social media, you had to have like the eye to see if a girl was like a freak, or you know, you think she'd give it up nasty or whatnot. Bro, you can tell
you can't even say that.
Basically how the girl give it up.
You can't even say that, because social media was selfies. It was seeing how somebody dressed and carried. It was like, it was an etiquette. Now this shit is the Wild Wild West. That's the problem. It's the fucking Wild Wild West, and everybody just want to do anything that gets attention. Oh, gray sweatpants and hoochie daddy shorts? I'm posting every picture in them shits. Oh, thong bikinis? Yeah, I wear a thong to the beach. Bitch, you used to go in a one piece. What's happening? I'm confused. You feel me? Not even you want to go in it. You want to take a picture in it so everybody can see it, and just so I can look at you like you stupid. Like, come on. But that's where we're at with it.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, there's no more illusion. Like, you could legit follow a girl for a while and basically know how the box is, how the mouth game is. Which, you know,
It's just because with big
I
talk,
gotta fuck with it a little bit.
big talkers. I've learned it's the big talkers that don't do it. It's the ones that be acting shy.
I don't know, because some of these TikTok girls, they got Twitters, and I'll be on them Twitter shit, and
just because
they back it up.
Just because it look crazy, don't mean it feel good. I had a girl that had it. It looked, if you would have watched the tape, it looked fire. But sometimes she was.
You ever had to join your teeth on your shit, bro?
Yeah,
bro.
My God. I was like, yes, man. Like, yeah, y'all niggas want to be me, don't y'all? It hurt.
Bro, my pet peeve is when girls like cat lick your shit like some damn cat licking milk. Like, bitch, if you don't use balls as life and put the whole ball in your damn mouth, what's wrong with you?
That's a component of it. Everything sound good, so you really got to do it.
I ain't gonna lie, some of them videos, some shorties, I'm gonna send you some good ones. Some shorties, I could tell from the sounds.
Well,
they valid.
Cool. I'm gonna have my dinner, have me a glass of wine, and have me some me time. Sounds good to me. All right, let's wrap this up. I got something to do now.
The next one. Now, a couple episodes ago, we was talking about the whole group leader things and why, girls are so fascinated about messing with the group leader, or why guys were so combative about the whole group leader shit. Slick comes to find out, it's because women have group leaders. That's why they was trying to put that on us and justify it. Now, this video here, play it.
They put this on my plate. I will not. I don't do what they do. I do what I do. I'm the visionary. I'm the leader. But see, I would never eat a plate that looked like this. You couldn't even pay me $1 million to do that to myself. Oh my God! And it deserves better than that. It's low vibration. And you took it. I would have been like, I'm playing like that. I tell you what I want. You don't tell me what I want. So my thought process is, if you can put it on my plate, but I don't have to eat it, I got the distance. I won't even look at it. That make you look bad.
Yeah, boy. You know what's funny about that? Like,
yeah,
the whole woman leader of the group, that's the woman that's probably single. There's no nigga checking for her 8 times out of 10. I'm not saying like she needs that to validate herself, but you're giving a woman advice on how to handle a man. This, like, spoiler alert, everybody talks big shit outside of the relationship or when they not around their partner. When they partner come around, you best believe niggas act right and straighten up. So, like, I don't even get her point. And you talking about, like, low vibration plate? That look like a good-ass plate. I see a burger. I see some chicken. I see some corn. I see a hot dog. I see some pasta. I see some potato salad.
Sure, they eating good.
And it's like a low vibration plate. You just mad because nobody made your plate. You was being lazy and only put 2 pieces of shrimp and a chicken wing on there.
And you see the other video I sent you?
Oh, she's a cult. Yeah, she's a coach.
She's a whole cult.
She's a $1 million. Apparently, she's $1 million coach. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing she's a therapist and she's like pro, I guess, female empowerment, which is, if you got a woman that need that, that's fine. But I'm like, don't be over here putting your shitty morals on people. That's the thing. Like, allow people to come to their own conclusion. Because Shorty was really like, I figure whatever he gave me, I don't want, I can get whatever. Because I know I grew up, you want something to eat. I know what you can and can't eat. If you've got no dietary restrictions, I'm pulling up with everything. We're going to taste a little bit of this together.
And also, I don't want no shorty over here taking a chicken wing and standing and be starving the whole day. Babe, go ham. I love my little foodie girls. Shout out to all my little foodie girls who can take away a plate or 2 down. You feel me? I love y'all. Yeah, I love your girl who can eat. I
might have misspoke. She might have a man, son, but I guarantee you, how we said head and headaches, she gives a lot of headaches and probably not enough head.
You feel me? And I'm just like, this is why the group leader conversation was so real. But we said this.
But it was stupid because it's like, you know what? I think in context, you want your person to be the leader. The guys. No, you don't. You want your guy to just be a leader of himself. And that's really what it comes down to. Can you make your own choices and decisions? If you can do that, then you are the leader. Whether somebody is the loudest person in the group or whether somebody's the quiet person in the group. That's why all these Twitter topics, y'all make for great content. When this podcast is finally sponsored, thank y'all for allowing us to take y'all stupidity and turn this shit into real shit. But for the most part, it's like, it's just people who should not have the internet, should not be able to share their thoughts freely. But yeah, shit different, bro.
Well, yeah, that's true though. So I'm just over it. I'm tired of that. I don't want to hear nothing more about that anymore. But anything else, Slick?
Nah, bro. Just send me the video so I can go have some me time.
All right. Please follow us on all social media. This might not go. If you're in branded deals, business opportunities, please follow us at thismightnotgo@gmail.com.
It's the host. We out. Be Breezy and Slick Grayson. We out, y'all. It's a cow.
Just take the beats.
Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.